What if an entire ancient city could vanish without a trace? What if photographs, maps, and eyewitness accounts were the only proof it ever existed, until even those began to disappear? How can something be seen, touched, and documented, only to dissolve into sand overnight? And why do some believe that this city, cursed and buried by divine wrath, re-emerges only for those it chooses? When Dr. Leila Hassan arrived in the Iraqi desert, she expected ruins and relics, not whispers of curses, corrupted evidence, and government silence. But what she found, or didn't find, may change everything we thought we knew about the past and the forces that guard it. This is the story of Iram, the lost city of pillars, and the chilling mystery of its disappearance. Are you ready to uncover the secrets that the desert refuses to give up? The vanishing of Iram, Iraq's lost city. Dr. Leila Hassan squinted through the dust-streaked window of the jeep as it bounced along the desert road. The archaeological site was supposed to be just ahead, but all she could see was an endless expanse of sand, shimmering in the relentless Iraqi sun. "Are you sure these are the right coordinates?" she asked her guide, Tariq, a local archaeologist who had contacted her 3 days ago with news that had pulled her from the comfort of her university office in London. "Absolutely," he replied, pointing to his GPS. "According to the satellite imagery and the manuscripts from the Baghdad Museum, the ancient city of Iram should be right here." He stopped the jeep abruptly at what appeared to be nothing more than an ordinary patch of desert. Leila stepped out, the hot wind immediately whipping sand against her face. She adjusted her scarf and surveyed the landscape with growing confusion. "There's nothing here, Tariq." "Exactly," he said, his voice tight with barely contained excitement. "That's why I called you. 2 weeks ago, our team discovered the remains of what we believe was Iram, the legendary City of Pillars mentioned in ancient texts. Massive stone foundations, pottery shards dating back at least 4,000 years, and inscriptions unlike anything we've seen before." Leila frowned. "And now it's gone?" "Completely vanished. We took photographs, collected samples." Tariq pulled out his phone, scrolling through images of impressive stone columns rising from the sand, intricate carvings on weathered walls. The dig site spanned nearly 2 acres. We had 20 people working here. Leila knelt, running her fingers through the sand. It was undisturbed, no sign that anyone had ever broken ground here. "This is impossible," she murmured. "An entire archaeological site doesn't just disappear." Back at their makeshift headquarters in a nearby village, Tariq introduced her to the rest of his team. Most notable among them was Professor Ahmad Nazari, a renowned historian whose specialty was ancient Mesopotamian civilizations. "I was here," the elderly professor insisted, spreading out hand-drawn maps across the table. "I touched the stones of Iram with my own hands. We documented everything meticulously." "Could it have been a hoax?" Leila asked carefully, studying the photographs again. "Orchestrated by whom, and to what end?" Ahmad replied sharply. "Besides, I've spent 50 years studying the lost cities of this region. I know what I saw." That night, Leila reviewed the team's findings in her tent. The photographs showed clear evidence of a significant archaeological discovery. Columns that resembled those of ancient Sumerian design, but with distinctive variations, pottery fragments with unknown script, and the foundations of what appeared to be a palace or temple. She was startled by a shadow passing outside her tent. Following it, she found Mariam, the team's youngest archaeologist, hurriedly burying something in the sand. "What are you doing?" Leila demanded. Mariam froze. I was just..." She stood slowly, fear evident in her eyes. "You don't understand what's happening here. Then explain it to me." The site is cursed. Local legends say Iram was punished by the gods for its arrogance, buried beneath the sands for eternity. Anyone who disturbs it will suffer the same fate. Is that why you're destroying evidence? Leila asked, gesturing to the small hole Mariam had been digging. I'm protecting us, Mariam hissed. Strange things started happening after we uncovered the central temple. Equipment disappeared. Our digital records became corrupted. Then one morning we returned to find everything, covered by sand, as if we'd never been there. Leila shook her head. There must be a rational explanation. The next day, Leila insisted on returning to the site with ground-penetrating radar equipment. As they set up, a local man approached on a camel, watching them curiously. "You seek Iram?" he asked in accented English. Tariq nodded. "Do you know anything about it?" "My grandfather was a guide for the British expedition in 1948. They found it too, for 3 days. On the 4th day, a sandstorm came. When it cleared, Iram was gone." The man smiled mysteriously. "Some say it's the desert protecting its secrets. Others believe Iram exists between our world and the next, appearing only to those deemed worthy." The radar results came back empty. No structures beneath the sand, no evidence of human habitation. Yet the photographs and artifacts in Tariq's possession remained tangible proof of their discovery. 2 days later, Leila awoke to commotion. 3 government vehicles had arrived overnight. Officials from Iraq's Ministry of Antiquities were confiscating all research materials related to Iram. "This site is now under government protection," announced a stern-faced official. "All findings are classified." Professor Ahmad approached Leila as she watched the officials loading boxes into their vehicles. "It's happening again," he whispered. "In 1979, another team found Iram. Their discovery was similarly managed." Why would the government hide an archaeological discovery? Ahmad's eyes darted to the officials. Perhaps because what they found beneath the city wasn't just ancient history, but something else entirely, something they don't want the world to know. As Leila boarded her flight back to London days later, she found a small cloth bundle in her jacket pocket, a fragment of stone with unfamiliar markings that matched those in Tariq's photographs. Attached was a note in Ahmad's handwriting. "Some mysteries are meant to remain buried, but truth always finds its way to the surface. The desert preserves more than it conceals. When you're ready to discover what truly lies beneath Iram, contact my colleague in Cambridge." Leila stared out the airplane window at the vast Iraqi desert below, knowing that somewhere down there, beneath the shifting sands, an ancient city waited, appearing and disappearing like a mirage, its secrets protected by forces both human and perhaps something more mysterious than science could explain.